Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. Today we are in France, in Nice, beautiful weather, and we are here to test the brand new Dacia Jogger. This is the hybrid 155, the new facelift, which come with a new grille. You can see pixelated grille, of course 360 degrees camera, pixelated also on the lower end. Otherwise, the design didn't change too much. We have new clouding here, the same as on Duster and Bigster from recycled material. Pretty cool, 16-inch rims, black, glossy. The car look really nice. Some changes here and there. Also on the rear, you have new redesign tail lights with the T design in reverse, if you can call it like that. It looks pretty cool. The car also in this color, I think it's the sandstone color if I remember well. It looks really nice. Anyway, we have the hybrid version. That means we have the hybrid 155. You can get this car also with Eco G120, the new powertrain with automatic transmission. Here we have the hybrid 155, is the version that I recommend you guys. So if you wanna buy this car, I recommend you to go for hybrid 155, and you can buy it from today. You can order it already, which is great, and it's super efficient. You will see. This is it. This is the way it looks. Those are the seats. They are really easy wipeable. I will go in more detail in a full review, so stay close to see the full review as well. You have wireless charging here for your phone. You have also the place for the key on the side, or yeah, wherever you can leave it here. Electronic handbrake, armrest. It comes also with eco mode. Here is the shift by wire transmission, the selector. The cool part is that you have also the D mode and you have the B mode when you go backwards. In order to recuperate more energy, you can do that. Here is the start stop engine button. Also, as soon as I get the car home for more time, I will make a proper reviews and videos with consumption and so on. But also in this video, we will test the consumption on the route. First of all, I want to reset the consumption and then we start driving. You can see on the previous trip, we did 3.5 liter, which is amazing. We have right now almost half battery full and we have almost fuel tank. 820 kilometers, so probably with a fuel tank you can do around 800 kilometers, which is great. But if you need more range, you can go for 120 Eco G version with gas and also petrol with 2 tanks. You can reach up to 1480 kilometers, which is incredible. It comes with new safety feature. This will read your face, tell you if you're tired. It comes also with emergency brake for people, for bicyclettes and so on. We will talk about that. You have also the e-save mode. You can press it and you can save the energy for later. If you want to keep the energy in the battery, you have eco mode. If you want to drive in eco, we will test that. And yeah, let's drive it. This is the navigation. First of all, I will turn on the navigation because I don't know the streets very well around here, so I definitely need that. All you have to do is just press the acceleration and you start driving. If I pull it one time backwards, you can see we go in B mode. B mode means when you release the acceleration pedal, the car will basically recuperate more energy, and it's using like a brake, like a engine brake, like a regenerative brake. So you know it already. We will drive not in B mode, we will drive in D mode, because the most efficient way to drive it, at least on the national roads, highway, it's to drive it in D mode. So yeah. Anyway, if you want to see the Sandero, the new Sandero test drive, check it out on the channel because the video it's already there. Very interesting. That Sandero come and the test drive, it's with the 120 Eco G, so you can see also that combination of LPG automatic transmission, how it works. So definitely check it out. You see, right now we are driving in electric, only in electric. At low speed, as long as you have enough energy, the car will drive in electric mode, which is great. I like that because up to 80% of the time with this car you can drive in electric mode. This car this configuration hybrid 155, which you will find it on all models from Dacia, come with a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder petrol engine, which is great. It's combined to this multi-mode automatic transmission, 4 speeds for the petrol engine, 2 speed for the electric motor. It runs really smooth. As long as you drive normal, you don't try to push it harder, the car is doing a phenomenal job at changing the gears and switching between electric to petrol. but then when you try to push it harder and accelerate very crazy and try to do crazy accelerations and driving too aggressive, then you can feel sometimes small delays or stuff like that. But in general, as long as you drive normal, the car is doing great. And normally this 155 engine, it's extremely efficient, probably one of the most efficient hybrid system you can get on the market these days. So from the point of view of efficiency, it's really good. Anyway, roundabout, easy to drive. What I noticed, and I was also surprised on Sandero stepway, which I drive a little bit earlier, it's the steering wheel, which now it feels a little bit more on the stiffer side, it feels a little bit more on the sportier side, and also the suspension are very well balanced, but a little bit to the to the stiffer side. And I think this one, they did it because they want to have a better control in curves, you know, better handlings. And definitely, look at it, definitely it sits really well, and you have a pretty good control in curves. And also because the steering wheel, it's a little bit more stiffer, you have much more direct feedback to the wheels, which I like, man. I mean, it's a nice pleasant feeling, at least when you're driving on twisty road on the mountains here, for example in France. On those twisty roads, it feels really good as a feedback. You get a very nice feedback from the car, and I definitely like it. Otherwise, you still have those manual adjustable seats and manual adjustable steering wheel and so on. Let me go a little bit backwards, just like that. Anyway, good visibility around the windows, easy to drive, easy to go around the corners. So I pretty much like the way it's set up, the car. If we go in B mode, you accelerate, you release the acceleration, and right now the car will recuperate more energy. And I noticed that this B mode, it's pretty powerful. I mean, it's very useful when you anticipate the traffic and you want to drive as you have a lot of stops. Maybe in the city it's the best way to drive it, but on the highway, as long as you have the flow rolling, like auto highway, and the car is rolling most of the time, it's better to leave it on D mode, because you're not going to lose too much energy to the friction. It comes with two electric motors, one main, one acting like a generator, and as it says 155, it has 155 horsepower in total, which is more than enough. I mean, you have more than power to cross pass other cars, to accelerate, to even to pull if you have many people in the car or luggages, you won't have any problem with the power that the car is having. So you have a pretty big petrol engine, you have pretty big electric motor. 50 horsepower is the main electric motor, so 50 horsepower for an electric motor is more than enough. And it gives you also that quick response when you accelerate. It doesn't have delay, it has that instant reaction, instant respond when you accelerate, which I really enjoy it. So overall, it's a great car, it's a great build. It's much better build than the previous version. It feels much more complex and complete from my point of view. And with this hybrid 155, it's just perfect the way it is. It's super efficient. You have this screen navigation, it's great. I use here in France, I don't know the streets, but I use only the navigation from Dacia, this original one, and it seems to be pretty good. So I managed to go to place without any problem. Sometimes it has a little bit of delay when you have to go in roundabouts, but you get used with it, and I'm get used, and then you know what to do, where to go. Super easy after all. So yeah, in general, I would say great layout, great system. Let's see the consumption until here. What? 2.4 liters. Oh man, this is, man, I tell you, this hybrid 155 is extremely efficient. I think this engine, when will come on Sandero will kill the market, because that car, it's even lighter, and with this configuration, crazy. The same as Renault Clio, for example. which have kind of the same configuration. It's crazy efficient, those cars with hybrid 155. So if you buy a Dacia, no matter which model, and if you have the possibility to add the hybrid 155 on your car, go for it, because you won't regret it. The efficiency, the driving feeling will make you will make you save a lot of money. Yeah, sadly I get this truck in front of us. It's not so fun, but it is what it is. Anyway, easy to go around in the corners. And what these guys want to do. Okay, yeah, we don't have truck in front anymore, but now we go in the city, and here you have to drive slower. And I'm not even in eco mode now. I put it in eco mode, and now in eco mode you will see the car will definitely give you the power much more smoother and softer, and then you will have even a better economy. But what, I can't believe 1.9 liter. This car is capable at low speeds like here to drive up to 80% of the time only in electric mode. It's insane. It has a 1.4 kilowatt hour battery. Now it's bigger than before, bigger than hybrid 140 from before. Before it was 1.2, now it's 1.4. So it holds more energy. So it's capable to give you more, more energy, which is insane, man. Yeah, I'm speechless. I like so much now what Dacia did with these cars, with these powertrains. It's great. Of course, they're not perfect. They still have to improve stuff, maybe make it smoother in the future. But man, I mean, for the price offer and what they are, those cars are just very, very good deals from my point of view. So yeah, if you want a family car, if you want spacious car, 7-seater, and you don't want to worry about the price, worry that you scratch it, worry about the parts, stuff like that, definitely this Jogger, it's a phenomenal deal, because you can get it, you can configure it how you want it. You can get also the pure thermal engine if you still want it, super cheaper. But in general, if you make a little bit of sacrifice, you can go for the hybrid 155. Splendid version, splendid option. Yes, you know what, let's park here. Sorry guys, it comes also with 360 degrees camera, so thank you. 360 degrees camera, so you can see around the car what's going on in a very, very simple way. Look at this. So you have the front camera, even the front camera have active lines. You have the side camera, even the side camera have active lines. So you see the wheel there, which is great. Hazard light button is here. Put it in park. Electronic handbrake comes automatically, and we have consumption 2.5 liter. It's insane. Man, it's insane. Of course, we didn't get on the highway, we didn't drive super fast, we didn't use the climatic system, but still, because it's perfect temperature outside, it's like, how many degrees? I think it's 13 degrees. It's perfect for me. I like a little bit colder. But in general, lovely car, lovely delay, lovely layout of the dashboard. Definitely enjoy driving it, guys. I don't know, this video was short. I'm in rush. I still have to do another video with the car, so I have to bring it back pretty quick. But I hope you get some useful information from here. If you want to see how the Eco G 120 react, look at the Sandero, because I have that version. But as soon as I get the cars, I want to test all of them in all versions, so stay close to get more information, because now I was super rushed here in France. We don't have too much time to do that, but guys, stay close. Lovely consumption, super efficient. And this is it. Probably this is one of the most efficient 7-seater family cars, spacious car that you can get these days on the market, and probably one of the most affordable. Anyway, that was the video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some useful information from here, even though it was relatively short. More videos, more information regarding this car will come on the channel, so definitely stay close to find out more about it. But yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That will help me a lot. So thank you to all of you for the support, guys. Really appreciate. Stay safe, and we see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.